You name it, we've lived it.
And are living it.
Brits moving from the UK all the way to Australia with not a pot to piss in.
A whirlwind romance sparkled on Tinder.
3 months in, pregnant, starting 2 now successful businesses through COVID.
To another 2 new businesses post-COVID, whilst juggling 2 young, spirited children.
Living worldwide, travelling, and pure hustle. We are nothing short of batshit crazy, but motivated as fuck. We are here to tell you our story,
inspire,
teach,
and probably scare the crap out of you.
Uncut, raw, and real. Welcome to Business, Babies and Banter
with Henry
and Jade. Welcome to Business, Babies and Banter, episode 11. I'm Jade.
And I'm Henry.
Who just asked me what he's having for dinner. And I'm like, we can speak up.
It was on a countdown, and I thought I had time.
It was on a 3-second countdown. We wanted to talk about something really interesting today, guys, which I know you'll probably find amusing, but it's really going through the trials and tribulations.
The pros and cons.
All right, pros and cons.
We agreed on that.
I said it.
But so trials and tribulations is the topic of today's discussion. It's being in partners with a friend or partner.
Mm. And it doesn't have to be your intimate partner, but friend, family member, partner. I think there are so many pros and cons in it. And I think it depends on the person as to whether the pros and cons outweigh each other, right? Depends on the connection, the personalities.
There are some, and we're going to get into this, but there are some that are non-negotiable. So as soon as this is something that is in the relationship or as part of someone's personality or character type, it's a dead set no. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So I think, because I actually get asked this a lot. Sorry, I'm going to face you a bit. Oh, make it then like a shopper. When I have coaching clients, a lot of them talk to me about, joint ventures, going into new business, finding a partner, because it's half the price, half the risk, double the brains. So it actually makes perfect sense if you're wanting to go into some form of business, whether there's a location, whether it's just an e-commerce, to have a partner, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Share the workload, share the responsibility, share the success.
100%.
You're going to wee when you cough, right?
Yeah, I had to be careful. The problem is finding the right person, because you may as well be married to that person. It is such an intimate thing, not only to compromise sometimes your dreams, your strategies, your beliefs, but also to have somebody, because you have to compromise, don't you? It's a full compromise being in a business with someone. If you're going half and half into a business, you can't be like, well, this is how I want it. And you have to sacrifice and relinquish some of the ways that you may think things are best to be done. Not on all areas. That has to be a massive amount of compromise.
Well, I don't think it is compromise. I think ultimately, and this is what we do, is when there's a decision to be made, if we have different ideas on how to do it, I will have my say, you'll have your say. We both listen to each other, and we ultimately made the decision that's going to be best for the business or the best outcome. And then whether it's my decision that we go ahead with or your decision, you then don't get pissed off with me and be like, oh fuck, we're doing it his way. We will both wholeheartedly go in that direction of what decision has been made.
Yeah.
And whether that's with team actions that we do with staff, and most of the time I'm gung ho and I'm like, let's do this, and she's like, fucking calm you, pal, calm you, farm. We're not doing that. And I'm like, okay, cool. She's reasoned with me. She is right. And I'll back the decision, and we'll both follow that trail of thought.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't think it is sacrificing. You can't see it as
No.
If it's the right decision, it's not a sacrifice.
Yes, but it can feel like that sometimes, especially in the beginning when you don't know as much. It feels like a lot more heavy. I'm just, as Henry's speaking, I'm feeling inspired to get this organized, because we just love talking about, it comes really naturally and easy to us. But so let's put this into segments. This is communication, what we're talking about now. So, communicating with strategy and also with as little emotion as possible. Do you get problems with emotions?
Who, me?
Us? No. But yeah, like a business thing, when we're firing someone, which we have to do, when we are hiring someone even, we can't be emotional about it. There can't be an emotional connection. There has to be a distinct rationality of how is this person going to fit in with the team? You know, what are they going to bring? And it's the same with any business decision. And so when you're selecting a partner to be in business with, or a friend or a family member, you have to be good at communicating, both of you. If one of you is a significantly poor communicator that is unwilling to improve through the platform of a course, of support, of some sort, it's not going to work. Would you agree? Yeah. If you had one partner that was significantly poor at communicating and wasn't willing to work on it, it's never going to work. It would be like the other person hitting their head against a fucking brick wall.
Mm. Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do agree. There are some people that will bring different elements though. And I'm thinking back to like some of my old bosses, and there was a group that they were in that obviously were all owners and partners. And one of them was super quiet, reserved, geeky, and he just managed all of the tech and all of that side of stuff. And he wasn't a great communicator because he was a very quiet, shy personality. He definitely did give his opinion, but it worked because he brought to the table something that was so different. But I think you're right when you say communicator. If you have an idea or you have an opinion, you have to be able to get that across.
So you've moved us into another section, which was in my mind, which was skill set.
Sorry, I'm moving.
No, don't worry. No, but you'll naturally go into the titles that I'm thinking. So communication is one thing. Skill set. I am fucking horrendous at maths, at numbers. I can do strategy, but it's not something I really love. So I tend not to be as invested or good at it, but I can apply myself if I need to. Reviewing fucking Excel sheets, documents, numbers is literally the bane of my life. He fucking loves it. And so finding a partner, not only that you can communicate with, but in some way you have different strengths is going to be the best thing. Because if you're all good at the same thing, there's going to be huge areas in your business or whatever it may be that in your partnership there's
Two ways here. There's one is, are you choosing your partner? So the thing is, if you've got a business idea or you started a business, you might go out and choose a partner strategically based on what they can do or what they can bring to the table. The second thing is are you going into partner business and partnering with someone because they're your friend or you had an idea together, but actually you or they may not have any of the skill sets required, and you're both fucking learning together on the job and you're winging it.
and you haven't got a pot to piss in.
To piss in. That's how a lot of businesses start as well.
Well, we did it was amazingly.
Well, yeah, I know, but I think ultimately, we were lucky because you knew the hair industry, you had an idea, and I came from a sales background, and I was very much.
We still need nothing about business ownership though. And we had no one to mentor us other than the paid mentorship, which we invested in.
No, of course, but the strategy and the key fundamentals to make the business grow was there. And that's why if you are going to be in a partnership with someone and it's not strategic, it's just organic, you have to identify really quickly what areas you're best at, what areas they're best at, what areas you're weak at, what areas they're weak at, and then divide it up so that you guys are working cohesively on the areas that you enjoy or you're good at. Would you agree?
100%.
Because you're always going to get better at it. And sometimes you may not know that you're good at something or someone's good at something until they actually do it. And it's like, oh, actually, this person's really good at that.
100%. And then if you do decide
It's known skill.
If you do decide to grow your business as well, like, it doesn't have to be to a big scale, but if you start to employ people, we had a meeting with Cody today and it was so interesting. So Cody is our national operations manager for Convey Hair and Makeup. And he brings to the table almost like a little bit of what I'm good at, a lot of what Henry's good at, but he also has this like hybrid, strategies, systems, procedures, doesn't he? He has something that we both don't excel at exceptionally well. And so when you find a good partnership and you work on who, you've spread out different skill sets, you can then employ really strategically, especially when we're talking about management and higher positions where they can fill further gaps. And suddenly you've got this powerhouse of people that not only love what they're doing because they're all working to their strengths, but they're super motivated and the business is thriving because every element is covered.
You can't choose that straight away. I mean, again, that was
Unknown.
sorry.
Silent mode.
Ain't same person. That was quite lucky though, how that sort of happened.
Business life.
I was quite lucky how that's in terms of Cody having an element about him which was, huge amounts of organization, process, systems that he's helped us become so much more systemized and automated
Organized, basically.
and organized, because that's my weakness.
It's fucking Henry's so annoying. Oh my God, it drives me on the wall. He's like, what have you got today? He's like, let me just check my calendar. Fuck, I put an interview that started 5 minutes ago. Like, you fucking serious, eh?
I did that today.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he's like coming in the house and on a coaching call earlier. And I'm like, tweeting away. And he's like, because hold on. My laptop just died mid-interview. So I'm like, not only were you late for it, but you didn't have your laptop fully charged. Like, why the fuck is it not charging all night? He's like, I don't know.
But anyway, we've had one charger between us.
Why is that? Because you left it in the office and you just found it today. Another poor organisation element. So it's make sure you find a partner that's fully organised, because I tell you what, fucking nightmare. It's like having a third child.
Look, some people are really organised and they move slowly, and others are unorganised and they move so fast and shit gets done, and it does get done in different ways, and it might be a little bit unorthodox.
Or you can be nice, fast and organised. Not fucking faster than you, right? I fucking don't forget my interviews and charge my laptop.
You don't do any interviews.
So fucking do it.
No, you don't.
I host them at the salon. I put them in and organise them as well.
And then when was the last time you booked in an interview?
Mate, I've booked in quite a lot of salon interviews. I put them all in. Angela, everyone that we've employed to build this team, I fucking booked. Apart from one assistant last week.
Anyways.
Oh.
Anyway, we won't fight. This is the other thing. Conflict. Was that another one? Was that conflict your topics?
Well, I don't want to go too much into it because we'll end up in an argument and the laptop's gets smashed. It's conflict resolution. Let's make it positive.
No, there's always going to be conflict.
100%. And honestly, if you cannot go into business with your intimate partner, probably don't. If you can. It's quite complex. We basically don't have anything outside of work and children. Like the us time, and we have no family here and no support. Like actually just, when you get home from your day at work, you're like, oh, this happened and that happened and we're working on this at the moment and this is what we're doing. And it's like interesting to hear about your day. We talk on the phone about 50 times a day, asking different questions across fucking 4 businesses. And it's just, and then he just ignores me half the time because he shuts off because he's too busy. And then I get upset. And it's fucking so hard. So 10 out of 10 don't recommend going to business with partner. But if you have to, you make it work like us.
Yeah. It is good in a lot of sense. I'm not going to speak completely negatively about it like someone just did, but
yeah, because you're the one that's ignored. He just goes shutdown mode, and it doesn't matter to him.
No, do you know what it is?
He's like, I'll just get my head down and work, and that's the problem. That's why you get upset. That's what you just said to me before we started the podcast. I was like, yeah, but then it's really hard. And you're like, I don't have a problem. I just want to get my head done.
Well, this is the thing. There's two people. There's different types of people when it comes to work ethic. Some people love to work and just will work. And that's what I am. And then there are others that will try and do as little as possible or try.
Bloody on me.
Well, no, but you're very much resourceful.
I don't try and do all letters.
No, but you're.
I fucking work so hard, mate. So I know it's you just said there's people that work hard and there's people that are a bit more lazy and I never said literally what you implied.
I didn't say the word lazy. You just made that up.
You said tried to backtrack it by saying everyone's so fast. Work like a fucking dog.
Your idea of business is so that you don't have to work so hard, right? That's your idea of business, yeah?
I want to build freedom, yes. Otherwise, why the fuck?
I love working. So even when we are multi-millionaires, I'll still want to work a lot. This is who I am.
So you're going to ignore me for the rest of the life?
No, I'll have less time to more time allocated to not ignoring you, but still working them on. But anyway, that's my point. So you're gonna have some people in the business who just want to work all the time, and that's okay too. So you're paid.
Or maybe because you'll just see lazy twats like me.
Didn't say the word lazy. Didn't come out of my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Never said you're lazy. Anyway, Jade's ambition is to obviously build freedom. She likes the fact that business gives her time back, and ultimately, so
no, it's only just
so enjoy.
No, you just starting to give me time back.
I know.
I've literally busted my balls since I was 12 years old.
So Doing this on them before we show people why you shouldn't start a business with your partner.
We've already showed them and we've told them not what are the things you should look out for.
Yeah, let's just start with the negatives first. Red flags. What are the things that are non-negotiable if someone has that you would be like, it's not going to work, and to end it immediately or not to go into business?
Lies and dishonesty. 100%. We're not talking about, I mean, a little bit personal. Like if you know them on a personal level and they're always lying, obviously doing it's business with them. But regardless of that, if you decide to like start a conversation, invest some money into anything and someone is dishonest, like very dishonest, directly, lying to you about something and telling you something that's not true, would you agree that is like, for me, that's like a no. An absolute flat no. If you're in the beginning stages and they're not being upfront and honest with you.
Or little things like, hey, are you going to do this task? And they say, yeah, I've done it. Or I'm going to do it. I'm just working it now and they're not working.
And they don't do it, yeah. But that's a build up. I don't think that's a like straight what meant for you. Fucking cutthroat straight away. Think no, you do that all the time. That's how he lives his life. He's literally like, yeah, I'll get onto that now. I've just been looking at that, and he actually doesn't even know what email I'm talking about. He literally lives his life like that. He literally said it. I literally will call him and I'm like, have you read that email? Yeah, no, I'm on it. Stop nagging me. I'm on it. And then 2 days later, I'm like, you did send that response back, didn't you, to that like CEO that wanted a fucking quote? He's like, oh, fuck, I didn't know you were talking about. I'm like, Henry, you didn't even ask. And he cut. Shall I cut Henry? Should we do a poll vote? Shall I cut Henry? No. Sorry, I was going to say something. No. Really bad. She's really bad. Okay, so another red flag: dishonesty, not upholding what you say. No, essentially, I'm gonna come off this and be like, I need some reassess. He never upholds what he said. If you say you're gonna be somewhere or do something, or you're gonna have a meeting at this time, or you're gonna, uphold something with your team, with your business partner, you need to follow through. He's a fucking flaker. He's a fucking flaker. Okay, is it just applicable to me then because I'm your partner? Listen, we're talking about red flags with who to partner with. So don't partner with someone like Henry, basically.
So, there's a saying that men have, which is, you always say yes to your wife, but you'll just do what you're going to do anyway, right? So sometimes...
Oh, is that a live by the sword, die by the sword saying, is it?
No, but sometimes it will be, you'll say yes and you'll agree.
You're digging a very deep hole here.
You're saying that I'm doing all this.
Always uphold what you say, and then I realise that that's something that you never do. You're like, yeah, I'll definitely be there. Oh, no, sorry, I got a haircut at that time. That's organised, actually. Even Laura, so Laura's the coordinator of our salon. She's like, yeah, so I forwarded, remember that lady that you wanted to personally take care of? Yeah, so I spoke to Henry about it, sent it to him, and he should have followed that up. And then I literally speak to Henry, he's like, oh, fuck yeah, when was that? I'm like, 2 weeks ago. He's like, let's we get a plan review or something.
This is all falls into the organisation category. This is why I need a PA.
This is why I need a PA. Fuck me saying, get one there. It's saying it for months. I need a PA. He wants me to do is, do you know what he doesn't do? He doesn't even fucking collaborate on our tasters. He's like, nah, I didn't like the angle of that. Or it doesn't match with my post-to schedule. He doesn't post. No schedule.
No. So these things that you want me to post is about 35 seconds of you and 2 seconds of me. And it's got the most value to talk. I just listen. So yeah. It's important. Yeah. Just say yes and nod. Yeah. Nod. Yeah.
And that's how he runs.
Nod and agree.
That's how he runs his business as well, which is the problem. Another red flag. Anyone that just nods and says yes, don't go into business.
Anyway, if anyone with the name Henry as well, just fuck them straight off. Okay, one of the things that gets me as well is work ethic.
Yeah. I'm lazy, of course.
You put this in, you called yourself lazy, which is serendipitous conversation out later to call. I think work ethic, everyone has different work ethics, but there's a basic standard. And with business, It doesn't matter how long you think it's going to take or how hard it's going to be. It's going to take longer than you think, and it's going to be harder than you think. Always.
Cost more on it 10 times though, not just a little bit. It's going to be 10 times harder. So expensive.
So if you're not going into this with the commitment and the dedication that you are going to work your absolute socks off, and it does mean sometimes waking up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to work for a few hours before you take the kids to school. It does mean, constantly
eating food overnight.
like there's some 7 days straight where it's like 4 a.m. you're on your computer, 11 o'clock you're going to sleep because you've got shit to do.
We share a fucking what's the equivalent to less than what Hugo eats for lunch every day. We're like, oh, we're sharing that and we'll get 10 girls later. And we found some fucking leftover chocolate cake just before we came on the podcast. And we're paying inside the thing for
Eating clients leftovers because we haven't eaten today because we've been so fucking busy. So like that is that is part and parcel of what comes with it. So if you've got someone then
that's a massive eater,
that's not had to take their breaks, that he wants to chill, that is going, they're doing the things where they're having their luxury, they're not actually doing the time and getting the things done. Your business is going to it's going to take a long time to take off, and even if it does take off, you're not going to scale and go anywhere as quickly as what you would if you were.
Oh, 100%. Something that pisses me off, not with your employees, right? Because you employ people to fulfill a job for certain times, and they're actually entitled to take their break, right? Now, all of the sound team are amazing, to be fair. Like we always make sure they have a break. And if anything had to be moved, and we wouldn't move it to like 6 o'clock, we'd say, would you be okay? And they're always chill. Everyone's got great work ethic. But when you're in a higher position of seniority, you're maybe even getting dividends of the business or something, or especially if you've got a business partner and they're like, oh yeah, I can't do a call at 4 o'clock. I was going to leave early, or, just like bullshit excuses. Basically, just any chance we can do a quick call. I know it's Sunday morning. That's actually what's required when you're a business owner. That's actually what's required. If we have 2 children, almost 3, and we can make the time to accommodate what our business requires, anyone can do it. There's literally no fucking excuse. And I'm not saying you don't have boundaries, but if you're with someone that is flat out, no, I can't do this day. No, I can't do that day. No, I'm not doing an after hours call. No, I'm not going to speak to you at 8 a.m. No, I can't answer right now. Absolutely fucking no red flag. Any other massive red flags? Someone that has a really core sense of fashion is just a fucking drainer as well, to be fair, isn't it?
Scary person.
We didn't have anyone that works like that. No, I'm joking. No, okay, but hygiene is.
No, that doesn't matter.
Oh, that's count you out as well, though. Do you wear the same boxes 2 days in a row?
If they don't smell.
I know. I'm like these days. I don't know. Smell it. What? I'm not smelling your boxes. That's what you're saying to me.
Yeah, sometimes if you. Sometimes you don't have enough clean ones. Mate,
I fucking want. No, we're not talking about washing now. This is going to get personal. Okay, red flags. Must wear clean underwear every day. Another one.
No, I think they're the main ones. If you've got someone that works hard, that is going to be just as committed, and you're equally committed, that is the biggest thing. Equally committed and equally dedicated to putting the time and the effort in. That is the most important thing. Skill, yes, amazing, but time and effort, every successful person will tell you time and effort is the number one catalyst for success.
So do you know what else I'd say? Growth mindset, which encompasses positivity. I think I've never done it. I've only ever had Henry as a business partner. Well, someone else kind of, which works hard, but it's different. But if you like, when you have that friend that's like just constantly moaning or negative, imagine that with someone that you have to invest so much of your time and energy with.
Like, maybe not growth mindset, because to be fair, it took me a while to become a growth mindset, but it's you don't want to be with someone that's negative.
No, but limiting I believe growth mindset is encompassed in positive and negative, because you can have but you've never been like, oh no, I'm not doing that. Oh, I can't do that. Oh no, we're not going to do that. You'd be like, I feel like based on the numbers, it could be safer to do this. But if that's what you want to do, let's go for it. So even though you had slightly more limiting mindset attributes in the beginning, you were never negative about it and you were open-minded.
A realist.
Yeah, you were just a realist. Whereas growth mindset is always, you know, looking at how can I learn? I'm a beginner at this. I'm going to be open-minded. I'm going to absorb what I can. If you've got someone that's like my way or the highway, super negative, like, oh no, we're not doing it like that. Nah, I don't want to do it like that. Have you ever done it like that before? What stats do you have to say that what you're saying is true? And they're like, oh, I just know that I just don't like it that way. But you cannot work with someone like that. You have to have someone that's like a go-getting, uplifting, like a yes person. I'm the yes person. Henry's not reading.
So now we're going into what we're looking for. So someone that's got the positive attitude and always positive outlook, even when
Yeah. So green flag goes positive attitude, growth mindset. Like someone you do have to be a get up and go kind of person. Like anyone that's just, you know, that's like, oh, I sleep until midday on the weekend is not.
I think a good one as well is looking at if you know this person, like if this isn't someone that you've gone out to find, like because you're strategic in wanting to partner with them. If this is someone that you know that you're like, hey, should we go into business with this person? What do they do, and how are they in their other areas? Like, are they like always landing on their feet? Do they get out of sticky situations? If there's someone that's
always total sesh gremlin that does nothing with their life.
yeah, if they're always into shit and like having bad relationship problems and always fucking like getting into mischief and like things aren't always working out and they always feel like they're unlucky, red flag. But yeah, then you've got someone that's
just sees the positive spin on everything.
they go on holidays, they lose their passport, but they manage to get themselves on a flight to another country and it all works out well and they can talk themselves into it like that.
Have you done that before?
Yeah.
Henry Light is a yes from me.
There's a skill set, like that positivity of they can make it work. Even when the chips are down, you need someone when the chips are down and when there's low morale.
100%.
Can they make it work?
100%. And look, the chips are going to fucking be down. Like there's no one that, essentially no one in this world, unless you are a trust fund child, right? Or you just happen to have won the lottery. And it doesn't matter if chips are down because you're fucking overflowing, which is so rare, right? And even then, it still feels shit when your business is doing bad. And arguably, you wouldn't have the motivation or discipline to probably get it right because you know what I mean? You're just like, fuck it, I don't really care. But when you start a new business, whether you've got a bit of savings, whether you've got nothing, which we started with nothing, it will take longer, as Henry said, it will cost more, and you will not be on a constant up peak. It is a flow. And if you cannot, if you've got someone that's not really that happy or uplifted and go-getting in the high, certainly to be doing anything in the fucking lows. And it happened to my dad, actually. Like he had a business partner, global financial crisis happened, and his business partner was like, I'm out. My dad couldn't uphold it on his own. He had to liquidate the business. Like you want to be with someone, I mean, that could happen. Could happen to anyone. It was really unfortunate. But yeah, someone that is very much on the same level as you, are also same goals, wouldn't you say? Like same collective business goals, not personal. Her needs to be slightly different.
I think that boils down to when you're getting into business, what is the main aim? Are you starting the business because you're passionate about it and you want to build, a brand that's going to be around forever? Or are you building a business that you're going to sell? Or are you building a business that's going to be for cash flow? Because they're the three things. Because
that's everything would be great.
Well, yeah, but then that boils down to as well, what the goals are. Because if you've got someone that's building a brand because they're like, you know what, I just want to build a bit of a cash cow and just chill, and you're wanting to build a business to sell or building a business to build a worldwide brand, there's going to be conflict in there at some point because your plans of what to do with the business will then alter to theirs.
Yeah.
So you get collective.
You've got to have some kind of alignment in the future. Like, if some person's like, oh, I want to build this up to, once we're turning over $1 million revenue per year, I want to sell my shares. And the other person is like, well, that's, if we forecast that, that's actually only 3 years where I don't want to sell my shares in 3 years where we just start making money. Perfect. Like you have to be aligned with the long-term vision and goal as well. I'd be really interested if anyone has like feedback, comments or questions, you'd be happy to answer them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. And then
they're going to guarantee there'll be questions like, why didn't you buy some new boxes? Well, I'll tell you why I won't buy new boxes. Because when Jade does the washing, kids' clothes get prioritized.
No, they buy.
I go to the dirty basket and it's just a dirty basket full of blood box.
And I'm dirty lately. absolutely full of shit. There are so many boxes, and you know what? He keeps them until the hole is about that big and there's no crotch. And then, I mean, what's the point in having them? And he's like, don't been there. Why have I not many? Yes. He's like, no. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in today. Sorry if it went a bit off course sometimes, but I know you're in it for the bants as well, not just the business and the babes.
We had a bit of a gun-ho approach with that one, and we could have probably covered certain things in more depth. But
keeping it light, fresh, and not too long, because I know no one wants to listen to a fucking podcast for hours on end. It's just under 30 minutes.
yeah, if you want to set some questions, even if it scenario-based questions about, because there are some people that we know who watch and listen who are in start business phase.
Those are my coaching clients. Watch this.
So if there are any questions, and no matter what it might be, shoot them in. And if we get enough questions, maybe one of the next ones
we could do a Q&A.
No, or we'll base one of the podcasts around that topic.
Yeah.
And so maybe not Q&A because it's a bit gay. We're not there yet. It's a bit gay, Q&A. Come on, it is.
Says like no business owner that's successful ever.
Podcast do Q&As. It's like, oh, ask me questions. I'm famous. No, we're not doing that. We'll do a topic on it.
We'll do a topic on it. Anyway, guys, over and out. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be released next Monday. Bye. Say bye.
See ya.
Thanks for listening.
And hopefully laughing. Be sure to leave us a review. And if you're into the madness,
Check out the links below to follow our day-to-day journey.
stay tuned for the next episode.